While we were celebrating the Festival of Lights, 40 laborers have been stuck in deep darkness because of the collapse of a tunnel. This tunnel is a part of the Char Dham Pariyojana. What is this Pariyojana? What we know so far, what has been done so far, we will talk about that. Do not worry about notes. It is a part, it will be provided through my Telegram channel. That is by the name of Pooja Dwivedi UPSC. If you have any queries, you can talk to me on my Instagram and follow me on my threads. So it was in the morning of Diwali that a news came. 40 laborers were stuck due to collapse of a tunnel which is a part of the Char Dham Pariyojana. The Char Dham Pariyojana, the foundational stone of which was launched in the year, was put in the year 2016, wants to connect four dhams or four important pilgrimage sites, not only from the perspective of pilgrimage, but also from the perspective of strategic insurance that in case anything happens at the border of Indo and China border specifically, we are able to continuously enrich these regions with troops, manpower and arsenal. This is the basic understanding about the Char Dham Pariyojana. The problem is that the Char Dham Pariyojana is being undertaken in a very ecologically sensitive zone, that is the Himalayan region. The Himalayas, as compared to other mountains of the world, they are very young. They are made up of sedimentary rocks, and that is the reason why debris is such a problem. Loose debris, wet debris is such a problem there. So we will talk about what has happened. This happened, the news came. CM of Uttarakhand went and visited this region and formulated a 6-member committee in order to understand what went wrong. Maybe there is some blind spot shear that we didn't know of. Maybe we do not understand the Himalayan region very well because tunneling is done. When tunneling is done, proper studies are done, then only something is undertaken of this magnanimous nature, of this huge nature, not magnanimous. So if of this huge nature, if something has been undertaken, so studies had to be done. What went wrong? I will tell you that as well. But the problem is that it will take another 2 days to completely rescue the 40 workers who are stuck there. All are safe, all are being supplied with food, oxygen, water, but we are in a race against time. So the collapse has actually happened under, this is an under construction tunnel, under the Char Dham all-weather highway project. This tunnel is between Silkyara and Dandalgaon, and this is actually a 4.5 kilometer long tunnel. Where did the collapse happen? It happened near 270 meters from the entrance of Silkyara. Here the tunnel collapsed, and this particular tunnel is one of the longest tunnels under the Char Dham all-weather road project. It will connect Uttarkashi to Yamunotri and reduce the travel distance by 26 kilometers. As I told you, not only for pilgrimage purposes, but also all-weather connectivity. And in case anything volatile happens between India and China, near the borders, we are able to relax that in case anything happens, troops will continuously be enriched in these regions. Alright, and here, this is the pipe, the metal pipe through which oxygen, food and water is being sent to the 40 trapped laborers. Moving on, these laborers belong to different states. Just imagine what their families are going through right now. Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Odisha, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, these are the many states from where the laborers are hailing. And this is the metal pipe, these are the two metal pipes which are supposed to be entrenched. Suppose this is the tunnel and these metal pipes will be entrenched so that the workers can cross over from where they are stuck. Now, let's talk about the Char Dham Pariyojana. Foundational stone was laid in December 2016. Wants to connect four important pilgrimage sites: Kedarnath, Badrinath, Yamunotri and Gangotri. The earlier touted, sanctioned amount was 12,000 crore. What we have to do within this amount, and it is going to develop approximately 889 kilometers of the road in the Himalayan region. The things that will be undertaken under it will be widening of the existing roads in the region and also ensuring adequate and sufficient slope protection, because this region is actually very, very prone to disasters, landslides. And the thing is that whenever tourism has to be encouraged or strategic significance of a place is too much, then we have to take care of infrastructure. And this is the basic aim behind it. Moving on, the entire length of the highways will be 2-lane and paved shoulder will be there with a minimum width of 10 meters. Moving on. The thing that is very concerning is first the nature of the Himalayas itself, because they are fragile mountainous slopes. They are not as strong as the Aravalis. Aravalis is a pretty old mountain and the Himalayas are very young. All the time we are seeing that tectonic activity is happening, and it is happening near the Himalayan region. Why? Because of the meeting of the Indian plate with the Eurasian plate. And hence we see that these mountains are still building. They are still in the process of building up. So these are not very stable in nature. Another thing is that to ensure that the load capacity, safety and speed is taken care of, this particular project is undertaken, the Char Dham Pariyojana. Roads are actually required in the Char Dham region in order to transport crucial military equipment so that we are prepared in case of any war. We know that the world right now is not guided by any principle. You just think about it. If in case there is a war or in case India is attacked by China, do you think there is a condemnation that is going to work for China? Do you think if Western powers are going to condemn China, China will stop harming the Indian territory or invading the Indian territory? No, there is no guiding principle right now. So India has to be prepared for itself. India has to look at its own integrity issues. And that is why this Pariyojana is important. However, the sustainability is important. The environmental sustainability is the most important one. What if something more disastrous happens and eventually we are not able to put infrastructure there? This could be a question. Tunnel projects, according to some analysts, it is believed that in the Himalayas it should be completely abandoned. When last time it was reported that 6,000 deodar trees in the Bhagirathi eco-sensitive zone in Uttarkashi were being felled, many activists stood against it because this region is ecologically very sensitive for biodiversity, for the sustenance of livelihood and for the general prosperity of that region, but it did not happen. Scientists and academicians have said that the Silkyara tunnel in Uttarkashi is being built in an area comprising lime rock, which is a sedimentary rock, and it is prone to recurrent collapses. Collapses will help time and again. So what do we need to do? We need to understand and research on the places we are developing infrastructure, because it is eventually the unskilled manpower who will be at the receiving end of it. Their lives are important. Any life is important. That is why it is important to properly research. It is being said that there is a possibility of blind shear zone that was not previously recorded, because as we see that the recent tectonic activities are taking place so recurringly, maybe a shear zone, a fault line has developed. We did not take cognizance of that, and that is why this accident has happened, where multiple dense rock fractures may displace due to significant fractures like the Srinagar thrust or locally the Badkot thrust, which is passing through the area. Alternatively, the use of explosive fault tunneling might not be sitting well with this region. Although it is globally efficient technology, it has international safety. But as the world is changing geologically as well, we have to take certain other procedures also under consideration. Now, Diwali sale is going on. 16th of November is the last day to avail the Diwali offer. English batches are starting from 17th November, English 15th and Hindi 10th November. It has started. So make sure that you take admission as quick as possible. Use the code PDLIVE to get it at a high discount of 22,999 only. For PDFs, make sure you are welcome to my Telegram channel. Do subscribe to StudyIQ IAS English for more such updates. Thank you so much.